on YouTube. Hey, everybody. Happy New Year
Happy New
2025.
Year!
Hey, Charlotte, do you remember when we were real young and
No,
2025 was the distant future when we were going to be flying in Jetson cars and stuff like that?
that is exactly what I was gonna say. We were gonna have flying cars.
Yeah, the
That's
Jetsons. Remember
exactly.
that?
Oh, well, that's my ringtone for my when I get a text message. Ding, 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 ding.
George
Uh,
Jetson,
yeah,
his boy Elroy,
yep,
Jane, his wife.
yep,
My God, that was like, you know,
yeah.
60, 70 years ago. It's like, phew.
We're close enough to the same age that we have a lot of stuff like
Yeah,
that in common.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And
so
I will always be, you know, like that. I mean, like, look, I got the Stormtrooper helmet, coffee cup up here, so
yeah,
yeah. And
Illy,
look, trust me, I'm a
well,
Jedi. Well,
um,
trust me, it's going to be a good year. Damn it.
well, yeah. It's so
What,
funny.
that's what
Like
I'm going to say.
everybody that's like, but it seemed like this happened last year too. They're just like, oh, I'm so damn glad to be done with, and now everybody's like, I'm so damn glad to be done with 2024. And I was reading Ellie's, um, she put a little post. I don't know why I said a little post. Bless her little heart. And now I really feel old, but she put a post on. And she's like, it looks like the energy of 2024 may be carrying over for a while. And then she started talking about the Three of Swords, the Tower. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, wow, wow.
Oh, we got some new people. We got Sean and SHAN, SBVJs, and I'm just gonna say SBV because it's easier. And and Michelle made it in. Hey, Michelle,
Hey, Michelle.
one of our lifetime members, Irene Bonner. Christine is in there. First name, last name. Made it back again. And Angela's in there. Everybody's saying Happy New Year and stuff. Happy New Year. Hey, if you're brand new here, don't forget to subscribe. We're getting up there. Yeah, we broke that first level, 500 subscribers. I think we're almost like 700 close. Yeah, we need to hit 1,000, of course, for the full monetization and watch hours. Yes. So the way you guys can help with watch hours, hey, after the show or, tomorrow, next day, just pop on our playlists. We got like really great workshops. Find something you want to watch and watch it for, however long it is, 45 minutes,
Yeah.
an hour and a half, or
Or
just
turn
hit
it on and go to
play.
bed.
Yeah, what a lot of our folks have been doing is, and a lot of them have a separate device, like they have their own, like they have their computer that they're working on, and they have a separate computer, and they just go in and they hit the playlist, play all on, like, say, our longer stuff, like the workshops, and that's been getting us, those hours of view. Be sure to like the video too, like each video as
Yeah.
well, because that helps it along. And Sean just subbed, and Maria's here. Hi, darlings. How's everyone? Happy New Year's. Yes. Well, some people it's been great. Other people, yeah. Oops, I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to turn the subscribe off. Hey, this is my first day. Um, it's not been such a great beginning of the new year. We had the
Right.
thing in New Orleans. We had the Cybertruck blowing up in Nevada. We've had friends left and right. Their family members and friends are passing away. I'll give you an example. Uh, Barb. So the way I should describe this is my friend. So Doug, his roommate's Rick, and then his mom Barb is his mom's roommate. They all live in the same group home. And Barb, so funny, she would come to the American Legion post, hang out with us, have some drinks, play some ridiculous word games and stuff. But yeah, so I think it was Monday she passed away. I think it was might have been Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And left and right, our friends have been losing people. Um, like I said, the stuff in the news, it's not starting out so good. So,
Well, it's just like, well, first of all, I mean, I don't think we can say that we're like, oh, here's midnight in December and here's 12:01 in January, and expect everything to be different.
well, it doesn't work that way.
Right, because I think I talked about last week, I felt like there was a lot of stuff because so far, I mean, according to what we've cards we pulled and numerology stuff like that, 2025 is looking like a
Uh-huh.
better year for me and things that were going to happen. And I feel like that stuff started to transition early for me. And so that's why I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, if that's what the transition means, when it finally, hits full power, look out, man. I'm just going to be glowing. I don't look like I've been irradiated or something.
Exactly. I'm trying to type in the chat here at the same time. Everybody's putting the time in. 808, 608, 111, 609. It's 609 here. Um, let's see.
Yeah.
We got a reading request from Christine. I think Irene had said something early in the beginning there. So let's tell everybody you can request a message from the universe here in the chat, and we'll just pull some cards, and what comes up comes up. Maybe for 2025. If you have a specific question about, something going on, love, life, career, whatever, pop it in there as well. You can also ask specifically for 2025 if you'd like that. And on the last show of 2024 on Monday, and we figured we'd repeat it today, we're going to talk about the world year number.
Right.
It's 2025, so 2 and 2 is 4 plus 5 is 9. We're in a world year of 9. Officially, we're in it now. And just like Charlotte was saying, all this stuff, it doesn't hit like on the demarcation point, like the start of Mercury retrograde, or we're going into a new year. You start feeling the energy effect from the new year towards the end of December, all the way into the new year. That's how energy works. It's not like oh wow, midnight struck, and then which midnight is it, in Hawaii or here or Berlin or Japan?
Australia, because technically Australia is the first midnight. So,
Yeah, and even all that stuff is a little wonkers if you ask me. But this is the thing. It's not same thing is true of sun signs. So it's like, oh well, I'm a Cancer, I'm a Gemini. I'm a Gemini, and when people tell me they're a Gemini too, right away I ask them, are you a May Gemini? Are you a June Gemini? Are you are you close to the end of June? Or the demarcation is like the 21st? Because if you're close to the 21st, even the 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, you're already getting Cancerian energy. So, you're gonna have a mix of energies anyway, you know.
yep.
Um the same thing is it's true about numerology and like life paths and all that kind of thing. Uh, Different numerologists will tell you different things about it. And this also goes along with the world year number and the personal year number. So we're all in 9-year cycles, our own personal year, because we were born. We're not all born on zero. You know, we're born in a 4-year or a 7-year, and then it starts from there. Whereas the world, the entire world, we have a world year number. It comes from the the date from the year itself, 2025. I just said that 2 + 2 is 4, plus 5 is that means we're in a 9. Last year we were in 8. 2024, 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8. But there's bleed over, folks, and also, like, there's a lot of numerologists that'll say that your birth date energy, the life path, and therefore your personal year starts on your birthday and goes to the next birthday. No, no, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. It it
Well,
start it starts
and
in January.
also, if you're going to do that, I mean, because really, I mean, okay, you're talking about your birth date,
Mhm.
but are, really, wouldn't the more accurate date be the day life began for you? Like,
Well,
even
the
in
reason
utero,
why the
I mean,
I know where you're going with that, but it don't work that way. See,
I know, well, I
when
know, but I'm just
you're
saying.
still, well, there's a scientific reason. When you're still in there, you are subject to the energy field around you, which is your mom. You have to come out, and, like, especially in astrology, the stars that are aligned above you, your natal chart, it's not going to affect you till you're out. You got to be out. That's why astrologers ask for your exact longitude and latitude and your exact birth date and time, the exact down to the minute, because that's when you popped out. Other
You're,
otherwise
you're,
otherwise you're still in your mom's energy field. And numerologists, we go along with the same thing. The energy doesn't start until you are your own separate person.
oh,
Uh-oh.
Jet. We have Jet to thank for that.
Uh-oh,
Um,
Charlotte's in the darkness. You're gonna have to go
gonna kill that dog.
get rid of the dog and plug your lights back in. Oh, meanwhile,
Yeah,
hey, turn off your camera for a second while you're setting things up. I'm gonna do the cards of the day.
I'm gonna put you on mute too because
That's fine.
there may be words
There
said.
may be words, folks. Oh my gosh, right? This is the first time this ever happened, right in the middle of a broadcast. So, hey, while Charlotte's getting her stuff back together, here's the cards of the day I got. This is from the Llewellyn deck, which I absolutely love. And it's Welsh mythology. Although most of the minor arcanas, you can tell exactly what they are because they're Waite Smith clone, basically. They're just better. Look at that 3 of Wands. It's more enhanced. Look at those big ships in the harbor. The ships are coming in. That's the whole idea of the 3 of Wands. And the 4 of Pentacles, what you've saved, what you've invested in, holding on to things, structure. There's that 4 energy with structure. So when these two cards appear together, the combination of the 3 of Wands and the 4 of Pentacles indicates that you're kind of at a crossroads. On one hand, um, you have the desire to explore new possibilities and take risks to achieve your goals. That's kind of like the 3 of Wands energy there. On the other hand, they're hesitant to let go of control and the security that they've built around themselves. That's that structure. That's that 4 of Pentacles energy, right? This combination suggests that you should evaluate your priorities and decide what's most important to you. Reflect on whether holding on to your possessions and or your ideas is worth sacrificing the potential growth and progress that lies ahead of you. And the combination also indicates that you need to find a balance between taking risks and being grounded and cautious. being grounded and cautious. Yes. So, a lot to think about. When I was pulling these cards, I was thinking specifically of 2025 and us, all of us starting this, new journey. And so maybe you need to, maybe we should all strike a balance between the security of the Four of Pentacles and then the Three of Wands, basically letting your ships go out and come back in, starting new ventures, things along those lines. So I hope this resonates with some of y'all out there. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. Jeremy came in. Hello, everyone. Krista, and Crystal, Maria P. If that resonates with anybody, by the way, those two cards, let me know because it's interesting. Oh, Christine says it resonates with me. Cool. Then it's not an accident that you're here. But hey, you may be listening to this a couple days from now in archive, or 2 weeks from now, 2 years from now. It's still valid. If you landed on this, there's a reason you needed to hear that. Linda's back. Hi, Linda. And wow, lots going on in there. And Sean said, happy to have found this community. Well, I want to tell you something, Sean. The real community is on the new website. And sorry, I got to take that zoom off there. That's for our, you can go to that link that will explain our coffee socials. I don't know if that one's working now because I think I changed it to social. Let me double check that while we're chatting here. Social. Is that the new one? Yeah, that's the new one. I'll put that in chat for everybody. There we go. Okay, so that'll explain our coffee socials and you can join us as a member. Oh, I got good news on that in just a second. Anyway, but this, you really don't need the www. I'm just doing that so you see that this is a URL, www.psychic. And it's .cafe, not .com or .net or .org or .cc or .co. No, it's psychic.cafe. That's all you have to put in your browser. You open a new tab, psychic.cafe all together. Boop, it'll take you right to the new website. And it is a platform, not just a website. It is basically Facebook for everything psychic and tarot. Yeah. Psychic, tarot, numerology, the whole gamut. And it's free to register. Yes. I'm going to put that link in the chat here while we're talking about it too. You don't have to go to this link. You'll be greeted when you go there with a join thing. But if you go to psychic.cafe/register, you can register for free. It's free to join our community on the Psychic Cafe. And you get your own profile and you can friend people and you can like each other and comment on each other's posts and like each other's posts, and you can post what do they call those, like on your wall, status updates. And there's a private chat, there's private messaging and all that kind of thing, photos, videos. I mean, it's just endless. And we have groups and you can start your own group. Lots of really cool stuff. And it's free. Yep. And Michelle's helping out in the chat there. Just put your question in and he'll answer them in order. That's right. Don't repeat the question. Type your question in. I'd like to know XYZ. Just leave it there. It gets really confusing otherwise. And we like to take them in the order that they came in. Charlotte is, I think she's working on getting back here. Hopefully she can get her lights turned back on. That was terrible. Never had this happen, guys. We've never had this happen before. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So also I want to make first name says Charlotte is missing in action. It's just you tonight, Dax. No, she's still on here. Her camera's turned off and her audio, but she's still on the Zoom. She's just trying to get her lighting going again. Apparently the dog knocked it out of the socket or something like that. It's the year. Oh God. And Michelle's like, poor Daxamillion. It's okay. I don't mind. We get to all chat in the chat and hang out and ask questions. I got something for the new year, though. Before we do anything else, this is exciting. Welcome to 2025. Here is your New Year's present for the new year. It's back, folks. Lifetime membership in the Guild and Psychic Cafe. Lifetime membership. The URL is, as you can see at the bottom there, and I'm going to try to type it in here, lifetime 2025 psychic.cafe/lifetime 2025. I was trying to decide what to put there, New Year's 2025, or, I don't know. I just felt like putting lifetime because it's the lifetime membership and it only comes around, a couple times a year, if that, right? And what that means is normally it's $78 a year to join the guild. And sometimes we have a monthly membership, like $8 a month or something like that. But instead of $78 a year, for $99, you can join for life. For life. And you're going to get my course, which is worth $299. That's what I sell it for. You're going to get my course free, Tarot by the Numbers. If you don't need the course, don't worry. You also get free certification. If you're already a professional, you can join as a lifetime member and get your certification included free. That's $138 value. Lifetime value of this package, I figured it out, guys. $1,997, $1,997. If you were a member of the guild over the next 20 years, paying $78 a year, plus you got my course and certification, or let's say you didn't get the course, but you got, let's say, 2 or 3 levels of certification. Yeah, $2,000 that's worth. And it's only $99 right now. Hey, you a little short because it's after the holidays? Guess what? $99 or 2 payments of 67. I kid you not. You can get started for 67 bucks, get access to everything. Next month you'll be charged another 67 and you're a member for life. So I've made it super easy. 2 payments of $67 or 1 payment of 99. Grab it. Grab it while it's going, okay? All righty. So that's my surprise for everybody. And then, of course, if you'd, like to send us some love, go over to psychic.cafe/coffee and you can grab us a cup of coffee. I'm going to put that in there as well in the chat. And it's kind of our tip jar. So, we would appreciate that. What's coming up on the network? So the next show isn't going to be till Sunday, but it's going to be The Angelic View with Maria Moss and her new co-host Ginger, brand new for this season. And that will be on, what is that, the 5th? Yeah, the 5th. And of course, Charlotte and I'll be back next Monday, the 6th. We'll have a show on the 9th, and then the 11th is up in the air. That would be Michelle's Mystic Corner, but she's dealing with some stuff now. So Michelle, you let me know if you're going to be back on the 11th, or you're going to wait till like the 25th of January, or wait till February to come back. You just tell me how much time you need. But we do have our next coffee social Sunday, January 12th, 2025. That's a Saturday, Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And for the second one, we always do 2 of these a month. The second one, we're going to do a little different. We're going to try something out. Instead of doing it on the last Sunday, we'll do the first one on the second Sunday there, but the second one we're going to do on Wednesday, January 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. Trying something a little different, see if we can give more opportunity for folks that are, like, say they're not available on Sundays, but they could join on an evening. And what these socials are just like it says, we hang out and socialize and bring our favorite decks and books and talk tarot, talk Lenormand cards, oracle cards, numerology, mediumship, psychic development, you name it, we'll talk about it. Any questions you have, you can ask us. This is also the free live Q&A that you get, the 2 Q&As a month that you get as someone that's enrolled in our course. So this is what you do. If you're enrolled in our course and you have questions about the course, you come to the coffee social and you ask the questions. Also, if you've joined the lifetime membership and you want to set up your business on Psychic Cafe, come there. We'll show you how to set things up, get your custom URL. I probably can, set you up with that right then and there. That'll lead to your page, which is your profile, and I'll help you build your header and profile picture if you need it, and best business practices, get you all set up to take payments and stuff like that right from your page. And of course, when you join, you get your own blog and you can create your own group. By the way, I wanted to mention that to Irene. Irene, are you still here, Irene? I saw Irene earlier in the chat, and you sent me a message, Irene, on the website about setting up for like selling your essences and crystals and stuff like that. What you should do is create a group. And I'm sorry I couldn't get back to you. I was getting ready for the show, but when I saw your message, but I'll get back to you a little later on. And we can set up a Zoom and I can talk to you about it. But basically, you set up a group. I'll set up a custom URL for your group, and we'll figure out what images you want and what calls to action and so forth you want in your header. And you said you set up your PayPal to take payments, and so you can create payment links or just have a general payment button or something like that. And we can install that on a post on the group, and then you just post about your different products and services, and maybe do some articles in that group. Keep it don't make it private, make sure it's public. Leave the group public so people can find all the information and join free, so they can join your group and have discussions with you right there in the group and buy products from you and everything. And that's how you do it, Irene. So I just wanted to let you know, just go in and click on groups and click on create group. And if you can't find that, I'll let you know a little later on, either tonight or tomorrow. I'll get you all the information you need. But I wanted to put that out there because if there's other people that want to do the same thing and you're a lifetime member or an annual monthly member, I can set that all up for you. And all you do is you go and create the group for whatever it is that you want to promote, and of course you could just do simple blog posts and things like that, because you get your own blog when you join as a lifetime member or a monthly or annual member as well. But I'd like for you to go and, set it up yourself so that when people go there, they see, group by Irene Bonner instead of by me. You know what I mean? So I want you to set the group up. So you can do a group, and that, like Michelle has her own show, Michelle's Mystic Corner, and she has a group, Michelle's Mystic Corner. She has a custom URL, psychic.cafe/Mystic Corner, and any videos, pictures, things that she wants to post there in addition to her show, and anything that she wants to give out information about and so forth, she can do all of that via her group. Well, you can do the same thing. You can create your own group. Yep. So yes, make sure you go over and grab the lifetime membership. Let me see if I can pop that in the chat one more time. Psychic.cafe/lifetime 2025. It's back, folks. It's back. Yes. Go sign up now.
Totally.
Speaking of back, Charlotte's back.
But I'm seriously still trying to count to 10 because I'm about, or Jet, get out of it, move. We're about 10,000 because
Aren't you supposed to
Oh,
have like a water gun and you spray them, makes them go away?
well, because of the way this light is, it makes it very dark. I basically can't see beyond the light right here.
That makes
Um,
sense.
and that seriously has not happened since it kind of flickered on
Uh-huh.
Monday. And but then I have a blanket on, on my lap to keep my legs and feet warm and stuff. And I thought I had, and I have some crystals with me tonight as well. And I thought I had picked them all up and put them in my little bag, stuffed them in my pocket. But then when I moved the blanket, when I kind of gave it a little flick to take it off my lap, I heard something hit the wall and I went, there went my pendulum.
Mm-hmm.
So then
So
I
you
had
don't
to,
have your pendulum too, like Monday?
no,
You
I
didn't have it
thought,
on Monday either.
well, I did find it because I kind of heard where it hit, and I was like a bat, I used my echolocation
Yeah.
uh abilities. But now I can't find my reading glasses. And
Yeah.
Jet, I mean it, buddy. You are going to be in such trouble. It's a good thing we love them.
So so I'm
It's
gonna
a good
scroll I'm gonna
thing.
scroll back and see, from the beginning of the chat what we got going on in there. By the way, again, if you want to ask questions about the Tarot Guild, we're in our 21st year now. We just had our 20th anniversary. And so if you have questions about that, the lifetime membership, if you have questions about getting certified, building your business, starting your business, anything along those lines, or just general stuff about, how tarot works, numerology, um, what else do we do? Crystals, animal communication, oracle cards, anything you have questions about, pop it in the chat, or you can ask for a general message from, like a message from the universe, or you can put a specific question in. And I'm going to go all the way back to first name, last name. That was one of the first people in. She was first in, and then Angela. Yeah.
Yep,
Uh,
he's
I
saying that they were the first ones in.
Yep. I'd love a reading related to my career in January. Can you pull cards on that, Charlotte? For her career, first name, last name. I just call her first. And her career in January.
Okay.
And then I'll see what the next one is.
So I love the way these cards come up. But so the first card that comes up is the Magician's Sword. The Magician's Sword. Confidence in your magic. So is that in the right spot? Can you see that? I'm not sure how to set these up yet with the
Oh yeah, it looks great. That's a
so
that's a nice picture too.
um what I'm getting is like, especially where this is like confidence in your magic, is that you're maybe doubting yourself a little bit. But it's just a strange thing. In I can feel in your core that there is this little ball of light, of intense, bright energy that is your confidence, but you've got it tucked in, like you got it, you've got it tucked in kind of up right up underneath your ribs, kind of, and you need to let that out. Yeah, hello, in intuitive night again. Because that's a bizarre thing to feel. I've never. Anyway, you've got to focus on, like, even with your breath, like every time you breathe in, like do like 10 breaths, where you breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, out for 4. And every time you breathe in, picture that ball that you've got getting bigger and bigger and brighter and brighter. And that's going to be your confidence. And that's going to allow you to, pardon me for saying this, slay, slay with your sword at your job. And then the second card, and why I thought this was interesting is because it's called the lay of the land, ancestral wisdom. And you'll see, I thought it was so interesting that these came in the same color hues. They're those real warm things. And actually, when you're talking about your chakras, um, the chakras right where that ball of energy is hidden are where all these particular color of chakras are sit as well. So, a little bit of an interesting stuff coming up that way. But can you see the person at the very top of the hill there and the sun, and they're just like, I've made it to the top, but I feel like they didn't get there alone. They're all sorts of, they called on their ancestral wisdom to help them get there. And so I think if you can do that as well as turning right now it's about the size of a fist. If you can make it encompass your whole, you know, your entire body, or you can make it as big as you want it, really. Um, but that is going to help you with whatever you focus on, but particularly because this is what you want help in the most. It sounds like your career is ask for your ancestral help. And because talk about infinite infinite sources of help if you just ask. And again, the trick is you have to ask. They're there waiting to help, but unless you ask, they can't help. So bring up your confidence, and call on your ancestral wisdom. And um I think your job's going to take a little bit of a, maybe not a full 90-degree, but it's not, yeah, I don't think you're going to stay on the same track. I think you're going to be, I think you're going to be happier with the divergent pathway. So yeah, that's what I got. I hope it helps. I hope it resonates.
Awesome. I forgot to mention something. I had put the coffee link up, and yes, you can just send us some love. But I also, because we have so many questions in the chat and we're probably not going to get to everything, I wanted to mention that if you do want to jump the list, that's the way you do it. You go and you buy a cup of coffee for us, and in the chat you say, I bought you a cup of coffee, and we'll jump right to your question. No waiting. We'll spend more time with you. We'll let you ask additional questions relating to the question, and you won't obviously we will make sure that we take your question. You don't have to worry whether or not we'll get to you or not, because we'll probably not get to everyone. I'm writing what I did, Charlotte, is I wrote them all down, the questions, because it was just getting so long that I was like,
I,
oh my God.
will, I will I will try to limit myself to one card and less words.
Yeah. Also, I heard from Michelle. She says Mystic Corner will be back in February. So mark your calendars. And as a matter of fact, while we're talking about this, speaking of that, bringing the calendar up. Okay, so the first Michelle's Mystic Corner will be on February 8th, and the second one that month will be on the 22nd. Just want to fill everybody in on all that. Okay, I think Sean had the next question. And then Irene. Okay, so I pulled a couple of cards for Sean. Like a message from the universe, please. Irene wants to know what's in store for me for 2025. So if you could
All
pull
right.
cards on Irene, and I pulled a couple cards for Sean here. I got the Knight of Pentacles. It looks like you're going to make slow, steady progress. You know, uh, as far as abundance, anything material is what we're talking about with Pentacles. Yes, it can be money and finances and career and all, but it doesn't have to be. It can be anything material. You know, he's actually uh trotting along slowly in front of fields. So it's actual physical harvest. And I also got the Eight of Cups. So the message here is, and it's interesting because we're going into a 9 world year, which is when we should all literally and figuratively look through our closets. What have we not touched in 6 months, 6 years? Get rid of it, and things that aren't, tangible things, but what about, belief systems that no longer serve you? Um, Relationships that no longer serve you, those stinking habits that you want to get. you know the beginning of the year we do the New Year's resolutions, but the whole year of a world year 9 is all about clearing out the clutter and setting yourself up for success, starting with the 1 year. Now, you don't have, again, we were talking about that energy thing, and the bleed over and so forth. I'm not saying wait till 2026. I'm saying that, whenever you get going on those things in 2025 here, and the sooner the better, you work through everything, get rid of it all, then you start. Okay. So she's letting go of things. She's leaving her baggage behind, cups her emotions. She's moving onward and upward, moving away. 8 is also the number of abundance as well. Okay, so you're making slow, steady progress, but to really help things along, you got to let go of the things that are holding you back. So that's a quick message for Sean. And now Charlotte's going to do Irene, what she's got in store for 2025.
So this is crazy. So, I know the way I'm set up, you guys could see that I shuffled cards. Normally, the way my old way was set up, you couldn't tell if I was shuffling or not, but I shuffled probably 5 times. Look at what card popped up. Again, the
Oh,
ancestral wisdom.
wow. Lay of the land. I
Yep.
guess a
And
lot of people need to hear that message, Charlotte.
well, and so I think what's coming, what else is good with this card about, your ancestral wisdom is like, so again, like so many people have gone before all of us, but they've gone before you. And they've left behind so much, for so many treasures for us to pick up and use as we continue on our path. And so again, it's, calling on and the wisdom of your ancestors. And then I did hurry and grab one more card because I just couldn't help it. But the Sky Bridge, and this is one of my favorite things. And this is like the possibility for union. And I love this card. But this card talks about
Skybridge.
ready for like a quantum leap. And it says to make sure that you don't confuse readiness with your plans and preparations. It says to hold on to your um like keep the eternal yes burning inside of you all the time. And then so whatever you want to manifest, keep that inside of you. But it's also saying, you're ready to go. And so you're allowed a breath or two before you take this leap. But you're ready to go. I mean, and then if you look at this card, I mean, it's so cool. It's like yeah, it's like this stairway leading up to, who knows where. I mean, it's going out there. I mean, and it's showing you how many possibilities you have. And again, the same thing. I felt just like a bit, a bit roller coastery, but overall, 2025 should be a pretty positive year for you. And um, but you're not expected to go it alone. You've got your ancestors and also your angels to help you along the way. So I hope that resonates.
Terrific, terrific.
We'll see how many
Okay.
more card comes up tonight. That's interesting.
Nilda asked a question. And so, Nilda, I got your question in the queue here. Just to let you know, the next one was Maria. What are Walter's intentions towards me? I pulled cards for that. Krista is after that. General messages for me about 2025, please. So basically the same thing, Charlotte, if you want to pull cards for Krista. Meanwhile, I'm going to do Maria and Walter's intentions. I wanted to do my 5 card spread. So I kind of asked it like, are Walter's intentions what Maria is hoping for? And I got 3 yeses and 2 nos. So it's leaning yes. Yes, what you're hoping for with Walter, it looks really good like that. It's not strong yeses like 4 or 5, it's 3. So I always put in the caveat that when it's 3 yeses, 2 nos, or like 2 yeses, 3 nos, that it's leaning in that direction. But really at this point, it could go anyway. And if you're asking this question, obviously it could go anyway. There seems to be some kind of a delay here with the Hanged Man showing up. There's more to this, but before I get to that, I'm going to jump to the 8 of Swords. Swords are thoughts and ideas. When I get a card, especially like the 8 of Swords with that many swords, there's an element of overthinking going on here, Maria, that I want to make you aware of. Okay. Too much overthinking will lead to potentially the 4 of Cups, where you're not really happy with. See, look at that look there. She's not happy with what's before her, although there's one up in the tree. Remember, cups are emotions. And so there's a different possibility up here, but what she's being offered, she's not happy with. And that's really going to come from the overthinking. Back to the Hanged Man. In addition to a delay, the Hanged Man is one of our thinking outside of the box cards. So the suggestion here for you, Maria, is to take a step back from everything and try to look at the world 180 degrees upside down, like someone that's hung themselves upside down, so that you can see from a different perspective. That's kind of what you need. You need to get rid of the stinking thinking, the overthinking, and get a new perspective on this. Now, it's really interesting because the 2 no cards happen to both be 7s. And it's the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups. Again, cups are emotions, but look at all these possibilities, right? And then there's typically some underhandedness, something hidden, something sneaky going on when we're talking about the 7 of Swords. So the 2 no cards are saying, okay, you might have to deal with a little bit of fantasy. That's another possibility with the 7 of Cups here. And then also, I'm not saying that something is going on. I'm not saying, oh yeah, I got this card, so he must be cheating on you. And now if I got this card and the 3 of Swords and the Tower card, we would be talking. But I'm just saying, be a little careful. Keep your eyes open in this relationship. Okay. The little bit of fantasy that might be coming in, it could be him, but it could be you. Okay. Um, I'm not really getting a feeling either way. Although the way the fact you're asking this question, the way you asked it, you might have a little bit of that fantasy element, but also he may have lots of choices. And I'm not saying like other women, but although it could be, but I mean, other choices as in like he has a lot of other things, that are there, and you know how men are easily distracted. It's like the cat when you have like the laser pointer and you're going across the ground and the cat's like jumping after the laser dot on the ground. That's guys. So there you go. I hope all that information helps you out a little bit there, Maria. And then Charlotte's got some general message stuff for Krista for 2025. Whoa, we're going
You,
through these.
and this one actually has got me almost a little bit emotional. It's
Oh,
and not in a sad way, not like, oh shoot, something. It's I just think um it's just kind of intense. And again, I broke my rule. I pulled two cards. So the first card I got was deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. Okay, so what this is saying is that you, the universe is wanting you to go to the place of quietness, to step outside of all the noise and like, and I'm interpreting that as like the noise of 2024 and whatever came before, and try as best as you can to step into 2025 with a place that you can go, that you can get away from that. So even if that's like learning, doing a little bit of meditation. I'm a terrible meditator. My brain is like, like Dax said with chasing the laser. I'm the cat chasing the laser pointer when I try to meditate. But it doesn't matter that your brain hasn't gone completely still. But you need to do that and just be able to put that aside. There's a um I'm losing the name of it, but um it's about living in the moment kind of deal. But he said uh he's a famous, he's like one of the pioneer guys about this, but he's like, when you take a shower in the morning, there's usually there's usually like 20 to 40 people in the shower with you, because you got so much going on in here. And so instead of just focusing on showering, you've got all these other people in the shower with you. So this is saying, go to the place, someplace, and it's like, I think it's saying, go within, find that quiet place, and but it's not saying stop. I mean, you can slow down and take a breath, but that's not necessarily what this is saying. It's just saying, and then the next one I got is called, it's the Netcaster Preparation Come to Fruition. And so this one I kind of feel like is your what your geez, I'm losing all sorts of words. Uh what you want. And this is saying, uh, when you're casting your net for fish, the fish are always moving. And so you have to wait for the fish, for, and in this case, whatever you want, to be in the right place at the right time. So that's going to be a little bit of, um, have some patience. But it's so interesting. I did break open the book, and in the book, it says to go to deep stillness. And I was like, you know, that this is what makes me so excited about reading cards and doing stuff like this, because this is not a coincidence. These cards were meant to come out together, and the message, to double down on the message of, and then, but it's because I think once you do, you will recognize when the moment is ready. Then you're going to open up your heart You're going to let your energy fly free. You're going to fling that net, get those fish, get whatever it is you want. But, you have to be ready to do it, because just like the way fish move around in their schools in the water, that's how our things in life are too. And so we need to be ready to grasp the opportunities when they come for us. And I think that's, or when they present themselves to us. And so that's what I'm feeling like 2025 is going to be for you. But I think, and I said it made me feel kind of emotional, but I think it's going to be really important for you in a really good way. And because I did get a little bit teary, the emotion that came through with this. So um I don't know, maybe I shouldn't tell that, but because it makes me sound like a big puss. But uh anyway, I hope that helped.
Sounds
I
really
love
good. So I
I'm
got,
having our other hump day night tonight, even if Jet
yeah,
did understand the thing. Maybe I just needed that reset with the for him to
could
turn
be.
on me.
Oh, I really like how things are coming out. And you're so right about, when cards come out and it's like, it's virtually impossible that, for it to happen by chance, that they're meant to come out together that way in relation to that reading. So I wanted to mention real quick that there's Sean, and I don't know if someone else had asked about what reading are we on? Have I missed my turn? This happens all the time. Guys, you got to pay attention. We're
Yeah,
doing these readings for free. It's not up to us to make sure you catch the reading. Now you're
yeah.
going to have to listen to the archive. And in fact, I've been erasing the questions as we've gone along. So I can't even remember how many readings back Sean's was, but it was a while, Sean. We already did you. We already did you. In fact, we've done everybody's, and we're really doing really great because we're up to Crystal. We got SBB, Nilda, and we're done. So we'll see if we can, even though it's the top of the hour, we're supposed to end right now. I will see if we can squeeze in these real quick. I just pulled cards for Crystal about her guy in the recording studio. And then meanwhile, Charlotte, you can get set up on SBBs and just pull cards and see what comes up for SBB. It's a little convoluted. Here, I'll read the question. I don't
A
you
little
tell
help.
me if you tell me if you can figure this out, what they're saying.
Okay.
I'd like to know if someone from those I am looking forward to hearing from in a good way will get in touch with me.
So basically, they're wanting to know. It sounds to me like they got a crush on somebody, and they're
Yeah.
hoping that they're going to hear from them. That's 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 what translated as you were reading that. That's what
Yep.
I got, is that that's what they were looking for. And um so I'll pull some
You
cards and see what happens. So I mean, that's
yeah.
for me, that's almost a pendulum question. But
Almost. Yeah. Yeah.
well, I mean, really, if
Do you real quick, do you remember doing Christine's?
uh
I think we did that a
I
few.
just did it. There wasn't hers
Was
just the
that the
one.
last one?
I
I
thought that
can't
was
I can't remember. Like I said, I erased all the ones we did.
you.
So because
You
Christine also is asking in the chat, did I miss mine? I had to step away for a bit. Yeah, if you're gonna step away, you're gonna miss your reading. Okay. I'm just gonna tell you guys right now.
that was a cool reading, but that's okay.
And
It'll be
yeah, you're gonna have to go back and listen, and I don't know where we are. You're gonna have to go back like to listen to an archive and go forward like about 40 to 50 minutes in to catch yours, Christine.
I
Yep.
can't remember if it was I did, because there's like Christine, Krista.
Yeah, and then there's crystal. I'm about to do crystals.
No, the one I just did was SPB. That's the one I just did was SPB. But I have
No,
done
no,
a crystal
SBB is the one that I'm asking you to do now, and
right now. Yeah.
you, you know,
Um,
good. Will they get in touch? But the way they said it, someone from those that I'm looking forward to hear, it sounds like they have a group of people they're waiting to hear from, and will someone from that group get in touch with me? I don't know if they're using a translation program or what, but man, that is just a bizarre way to ask a question. But
from,
my thing, what my thing is though about questions after doing this for 15 years, I don't really care. I'm just going to pull cards. I'm going to tell you what the cards say, and you figure it out because it's your reading. you know
exactly.
exactly. So crystals was. I'm curious to know if the guy I met in the recording studio is interested in me. Win me. I think she meant in me. But it says win. So Crystal, you met somebody in a recording studio. Are they a musician? Singer, musician, songwriter, or somebody that is a technician and runs everything. In any of those cases, it sounds cool. Yes, go out with the drummer. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
Now
so
way to Chris.
is the guy interested in you? Yes, I got the six of swords, and six is yes. If it was six of wands, it'd be a little bit stronger with because that's the official success card, but I take any of the sixes as success. It's the number after the chaos of five. It's a return to balance and harmony. It's not a speedboat here. No one's in a hurry. We're not zipping along. Again with the swords, thoughts and ideas. Look at all those swords. Okay. Again, the same message as my last one. Stop overthinking. Just go for it. Okay. Um, in fact, you show up as the Queen of Swords. Again, you're being analytical and rational about this. This is not the time to be rational. Yeah, things start to get a little heated. Things start to get a little, serious. Yeah, you want to, check everything, do the background check. No, I'm just kidding. But you're going to want to be analytical about it and check everything out and be careful and stuff. But this is not the time. This is the time to just go for it. Go for it. And I have another message, which again, thoughts and ideas, swords, the four of swords. Okay. And usually, this is taking a break, taking a step back, recharging. I got something completely different when I looked at this because look at the swords. Like there is a what would you call that, Charlotte? Like you can see through this gossamer like a veil or
Yeah,
something. And the swords are obviously thoughts and ideas, right? And unlike the
it's
other,
like a marionette.
and unlike the typical four swords where they're hanging on the wall and there's one down here, they're all going into her head. Okay. So I think the message here, what I got when I looked at it instantly was, and look at this weird thing with the weird tree back here. And it's a person that's a tree. That's max of mindscape, dreamscape, that kind of stuff. I think the message is to program your dreams about this situation and try to get more information from your dreams and to make it, if you want it to go forward, to make it happen, activate your reticular activating system, by getting your subconscious mind involved, by asking to dream about this situation, So that's what I got. I hope that helps you out, Crystal. Yeah. What'd you get for SBB?
Well, okay. So I've got card number 22. So that's a that's a mat what's number is 22 a master number?
That's a master builder number. The master builder number. Yes, it is a master number.
And tell me what it means.
So the
Because I
master builder, well, two and two, it's about the two. with all the master numbers, whatever the number is that's multiplied, 22222 or 22, it's talking about that number, which is relationships, but also two and two together gives you four, which is structure. And so 22, 4 is about building and planning and stuff like that. 22, the master builder number, just takes it to the next level up of, building things.
Okay. And that totally ties in to this card. So sadly,
Nice.
the answer is not, I'm going to guess, is not what SBB wanted, but this is called the Fool's Embrace. And you're going to love this card. I love the way, I actually love this setup so much better than the one I had before. I mean, it's more comfortable for me, but you guys can see these beautiful cards that I've been looking at now for the last 2 years. But
Yeah.
this is Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. And so,
I love how we can see the cards better. It's great.
yeah, right. And so, this is saying, when something is truly yours, it's not going to pass you by, you know, um, because something, something bigger or better is waiting for you if something that you want doesn't happen. And um so it's saying that this is kind of a time of growth for you. And so instead of just saying, because there's no way I can say no, he's not gonna call. I'm saying probably not with this card. And I also pulled out the pendulum. I got to know with the pendulum as well. But it also talks about um remembering that, a pearl is created from a grain of sand from the irritation. So if there is sadness with this person not following through and contacting you, that it's an opportunity to grow. It's an opportunity for you to put a few more layers on your pearl and to let yourself really shine and show how strong and beautiful you truly are. And then, but again, to remember that um again, whatever is yours, truly yours isn't going to pass you by. And if you feel like it has, that just means that there's something bigger, better, greater, more fabulous waiting for you. So, uh, hope that helped. I could have said yes, but that, like I said, I broke out the pendulum and the pendulum said no. The card kind of said no, but it was a beautiful card. And also with the master builder number too, again, I think that goes along with you coming out on the other side of this, being a better, stronger person.
Yeah,
So,
SPB says, yes, I do.
yes, she does what?
I don't know, but that was something you just said. And she said, yes, I do. So it must have been like in the last 3 or 4 sentences you said. So I don't know.
All right.
Anyway, but sounds like good information. She got it and everything. I keep asking if Nilda's still here. Nilda's the last one. Yeah, if we didn't get to you today, I apologize, but we're already over time. And our next show, of course, you can call in on the Angelic View on Sunday the 5th. And Charlotte, I will be back on the 6th. There's no show Friday or Saturday. I always take the first Saturday off. Got meetings to go to. Oh, there's Nilda. Okay. Hey, Nilda, I'm just curious about your personal year number and your life path. Like, what is, and I'm going to type it in here, your month, day, year, month, day, year. And the reason why I'm asking is because so far, Nilda has the best reading of the night. And her question was, how does 2025 look for me? And finally, after all the crap that we've dealt with in the beginning of 2025, already just the first day, she's a life path 9. Okay, what personal year are you in? So that oh no, that's SBB. I'm not asking you SBB. I'm asking Nilda. 11/11/60. Okay. So 11/11, that's going to be a 4, and 9/13/4. So you're in a 4. Is that right? You look like you're in a 4 personal year. 11 plus 11 plus 2025. 2, 4, 7. So 4 and 7 is 11, and 12 is 13. Yeah, 4. Yeah, you're exactly like me. You're in a 4 personal year, which is back to that structure and everything. So this is what I got, Nilda. Are you ready? Are you ready? I got the Magician card, which suggests when you're asking about a new year like this and you get the Magician card, oh, honey, literally you can manifest anything you want this year. I mean, like the energy is just for you, on you. I mean, start off with make sure you build foundations and plans. That's that 4 energy. But you're going into a 9-year world year with a 4 personal year. Okay. So once you get rid of the clutter, that's the 9, and build the plans, oh my God, you can hit the ground running by January, February, by March, April, whatever, something along those lines. And look at this. 3 of Cups. Oh my God. You're just going to be celebrating stuff, celebrating stuff, celebrating stuff. Nilda. I almost said Linda. Nilda. Oh my God. Getting these cards in the beginning of the year. Yes, please. Now, here's where it all goes to shit. Oh no, I'm just kidding. Just very light warnings from the tarot deck. Okay. So along the 3rd month, so January, February, March, so either in March or as you go into April, you're going to have a tendency, 5 of Cups, the crying over spilt milk card. You're going to have a tendency to whatever you got going in January, February, and March, by January, February, March, by April, you're like, woe is me, crying over spilt milk. When in reality, you still got these 2 cups back here and the contents are full. Yes, yes. So things are going to start out really great, right? And then that happens. So remember that, put it in your subconscious mind. When it shows up, you immediately go, that's what Dax was talking about. And this is when you need to, Temperance card, rebalance. Okay, rebalance and catch yourself, and don't allow yourself to go down the, fall down the rabbit hole of the, oh, poor me, I spilled a couple of cups, because really you'll be able to turn that situation around a lot easier than you think. But if you're not careful, you could go down that rabbit hole where it's going to be, the crying over spilt milk. Okay. And then Nilda says, awesome, got it, thanks. Yep. So just be on the lookout for that. But meanwhile, plan, okay, plan with that. Remember, you're going that personal year number 4. Plan stuff out and start manifesting now, and then you're going to be celebrating. That's what I got for you.
So I couldn't help myself. I had to pull a card.
Okay.
The
Garden
last one was
on,
like a pull card for as well.
what does that
But
say? Garden on something.
the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. And
Oh,
and the thing that first got me was like, first of all, the colors of the cards. Like I'm so the colors tonight are really um are blending into my readings tonight huge. But I think it's interesting that they matched. First of all, your
Yep.
magician, she was very purpley. Um, but this just talks about, you know, having a little bit of rest and renewal. When the Garden of Venus shows up, it is a time to, like there's a pond there, and when you stoop down, you see yourself, and because we are who we are, we see all these blemishes, but they're like, no, uh, even if they are, you need to have acceptance because that's and it's talking about internal blemishes as well, but that's just part of our battle scars, and it's helped us to grow. So what you need to see when you actually look into the pond, into the mirror, is look where you are now, and quit, like you just said, your very last part was, don't go down the rabbit hole of, oh, woe is me, look at all this that's bad with me. It's look at what I have that's made me who the strong person that I am. And it also said, pick up, pack that mirror with you and share it with everybody and say, look who you've become. Look at the fabulous person that you've become. And I feel like that might be a little bit of her job also, is to be a little bit of a crusader for helping people this year.
Oh, I love how
Yeah,
she's got Nilda's got the 1111, so it's like master illuminator number, although most numerologists, they don't, as far as dates, they don't pay attention to that, unless they add a date together and it reduces to a 11, 22, 33, 44, one of the master numbers, like they don't look at the months. But when I see something like that, my mind is just drawn right to it, being a numerologist, when I see 1111 and then the year.
yeah,
Anyway, so real quick, other stuff. We got to get out of here. Irene said, interesting. My personal year is a 4, life path 9. So you also, along with Nilda and me, we're all going into this 4 year, which is really interesting. And your life path is a 9, the philanthropist. Of course, I think I did your numerology, so I already know that. But we're going into, or we actually now are in a world year of 9. And so literally, Irene, this could be your year. I say could because it's supposed to be, but most people they don't take advantage of it. When your life path energy and the world year energy line up, oh my God, this is your year, regardless of what it is. I mean, it could be really like a 5, but it's going to be really good as long as you set the intention here in January in the beginning, for that. Okay. Um, and Venus is my personal year's 3. Oh, creativity and communication. It's all about that today. All about that. If we didn't get to your question today, we apologize. But again, let me look at the calendar. The next show is Sunday the 5th, the Angelic View, and Charlotte and I'll be back on Monday, January 6th. And I didn't get into calculating your personal year number and life path number much. So we'll repeat that information next Monday. And so if you're watching this in archive or something, join us live and give me your numbers and I'll figure out your personal year and read something to you, let you know. Actually, speaking of reading the cheat sheet, I should give away the cheat sheet free. That's part of our course and part of our membership. You get all the cheat sheets for all the numbers and everything. I should give you guys all the personal year number cheat sheets, and then you'll always have that. Be really cool. Don't
yeah,
forget, yeah.
yeah. I'm agreeing with you. Yeah, that sounds cool.
And one last plug for the lifetime membership 2025, folks. Join us as a lifetime member in 2025. We're going to go big places, and it's never going to be, well, the life path the lifetime membership is, not available all the time. It's only during special events. But it's, you know not going to be this low. $99, or two payments of 67. Grab that while you can. I put the link in the chat, psychic.cafe/lifetime 2025. Or if you're on the website, just, it's right there in the right side column. Or if you're on a phone, on a laptop, but if you're on a phone, it squishes it all together. So you have to scroll down and you'll see the banner that I just click on that, or on our community feed. That blog post is pinned to the top. Click
Yep.
on it. Join us for a
Yep.
lifetime.
And remember the gratitude challenge too.
Oh, yeah. Gratitude challenge.
I think that we didn't Dax and I didn't get together between Monday and
No,
Thursday.
I've been so busy, Charlotte. Like,
I know I'm not whining about it. I'm just saying it
oh,
didn't
I know.
happen.
I'm just saying it's so hard for me, to even remember. Like right after the show, I completely forgot about it because right, as soon as I ended the show, I had to go right into, okay, getting mom ready for bed, doing this, doing that, doing this,
No,
and, and,
you
and
don't. No
yeah, I mean,
explanation.
I barely have time to come and do the shows, in
Yeah,
fact.
no, no, because honestly, I mean, it would be nice to have that,
Mhm.
but this challenge doesn't require it. It just is.
No.
If there's time for, if you can find time, if the, I mean, huge
Mhm.
if, not, this is absolutely necessary. None of that's going on.
Mhm.
Oh, it's just a nice thing for people to maybe share things that they've, and if they're noticing a change in their life from doing it. But for those that weren't here on Monday, we're doing a gratitude challenge where I like to do it the old fashioned way, paper and a pencil or a pen, and you write down like 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for every morning, and no repeats. I mean, if you accidentally repeat one, I mean, that you're not going to be struck by a lightning bolt or anything like that. But it just
Mhm.
makes you work a little bit to, um, because there are so many things that we can be grateful for. I mean, I think my thing last week was like a shoelace. I mean, it can be something as simple as that. The fact that we have, you know, indoor plumbing, or
Mhm.
hot and cold running water, a warm blanket to sleep on, or you know what I mean. I mean, a good friend. I mean, there's so many things that you start, once you start thinking about it on a daily basis, it just, it just,
Yeah.
it sit at the front of your mind, and it,
Well, that's a good way to start the year, though.
yeah, and it literally, it does, it changes your life. I've done several of these. I wish I was more, um, you know, that I did it every single, 365 days out of the year,
Mhm.
but I don't. But I've done several of these challenges, and by about day 10, I've already felt my um energy, my positivity. It has kicked up so many notches that, I mean, it's fabulous.
Mhm.
So anyway, I just wanted to throw
Well,
that out, that's out there, and for those that
thanks.
are doing it, keep it
And
up.
thanks everybody for being here. We had a lot of new people too. Thanks for
Yep.
joining. Don't forget to subscribe and like, and we'll see you next Monday. I'll be in the chat on Sunday though. Yep. Bye everybody.
Bye bye. Have a good night.